What is up? What's happening? Long day, long night at work. Just got done with the 12er overnight. It's in the AM, sun's coming up, pretty bright, pretty nice weather out right now though, so nothing to complain about. So this is not the slab that I practiced my planing router sled with. Kind of did it backwards. The piece that I tested it out on was actually the piece that I should have been doing the testing for. My bad. Not my bad. It still worked. The piece looks great. The slab looks fantastic. But I probably should have tested it out on this guy first. NBD. I am going to continue with this slab. I'm going to have to hit this with the router sled and make sure it's all the same width all around. Haven't done that yet, but what I want to do right now is I want to try to figure out, I want this table to have 3 legs. I'm going to figure out how on earth I figure that out. I have an idea, I have a concept, because geometry is king, and I'm going to see if that will work. If it doesn't, I'll be trying something else. But I've got handy dandy compass, handy dandy, this is not a razor, this is actually a freaking pencil. How cool is that? Regular pencil, and the trusty dusty sketch pad. This is what I'll be doing calculations on and whatnots. So what I'm thinking, and this might be crazy, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to make a circle on this, and then I'm going to draw a triangle, an isosceles triangle that touches all the sides and has the correct angles. And then and then basically those points will be where the table legs will be. Because this isn't a seated surface, I'm not going to be flaring the legs out very far. Now I'm only going to be able to do rough calculations with this right now because I haven't planed both sides yet, so I know it's not of equal width all the way around. But I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna see if it works. If conceptually it'll work, then I can expand it. I guess right now I'm going to just test that out. I don't know. Before I get to that, huge shout outs, a couple of them. Huge shout out to James and AJ Klingerman. Thanks for letting me come over to your crib and use your space and make some noise and use your tools. Also, I miss all of you. I miss my family. All right. I haven't had anybody try to kill me in way too long. I haven't had anybody kill me in way too long either. Let's get that straight. And also, Justin Griggs, thanks for planning these out with your lumber mill. I really appreciate that, man. It, I don't think I would have been able to figure that out otherwise. So, thank you guys. Let's get to mathing. So yeah, I have no idea. I probably should stop trying to figure this stuff out when I'm like really tired, but that's okay. NBD. But what I quickly realized is this is not perfectly round. So because it's not perfectly round, that means weight distribution is going to not be the same. So I feel like the table legs should be the equal distance apart from each other, but at the same time, this weight distribution isn't equal. What I'm thinking is, obviously these two, since this is the longer side than up here, which you can't see right now because, camera stuff, walls, constriction, can't talk, my dentures are in. Thinking a table leg right about meow. You know what? Let's just 10 inches from that. One right meow. And then let's do another 10 inches down this way. Right in the middle of a knot. Perfect. And you know what? That looks pretty decent. So, because I'm going to have my table legs, let's do a quick sketch real quick. The best way to describe this shape would be a field hockey stick. That's what I'm thinking, right? Look at that. Does that not look like a field hockey stick? I can't see it. But sure. Field hockey stick, that's what I think it is. So that's the shape that I want to go with. So it's going to be laminated. It's not going to look like a freaking checkerboard, but that's what I need to do. But because I'm going to be cutting that out of laminated blocks, the shape that I'm going to actually be creating, that's what I'm going to be gluing up. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to mark them just inside the edges. Basically going to mark it like that after it's done. And then all of this right here is going to get cut off, chopped off, all those corners. And that will leave me with that shape of laminated blocks of different sorts and whatnots. So roughly 25¼ inches. Which is kind of a lot, actually. I'm gonna go grab my yardstick and see if I even have enough wood to do that with. I at least have one, I know that. BRB. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take each one of these pieces of wood, cut them into 2.5-inch pieces. Then we're gonna get them all stacked up, see what it looks like. How's that sound? All this mathing and whatnot. I'm a winger. All right, I just wing things. So I'm gonna bust out the chop saw. It is almost 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's make some freaking noise. Okay, so I've got all of these pieces here. I've got them sanded down. I just did one side here and then both main faces that will be touching each other when glued up. I've got that all sanded down. Now I'm going to do like a layout. So I'm going to figure out how do I want these legs to look pattern wise with these pieces. This is all about preference, and I'm just kind of trying to see what looks best. So I've got my poplar here, I've got my red whatever here. These are pine, these are the red whatevers, and then this is poplar as well. So I'm just gonna kind of I'm not a huge fan of how this looks, so we're gonna redo all this. Okay, so I think I made a mistake. It might not be a mistake, it might be perfectly capable if like the equipment or space was had, but here's what I think I did wrong. So I cut all these pieces, right? And I'm going for the glue up right now, but it's seeming like it's going to be really difficult. I can't do the entire length of it because the clamps will be offset and I don't have enough space clamps to do like a whole rig to make sure everything is getting clamped up properly. So I'm trying to do it in segments right now. So I'm going to do this segment from here on back, glue those up and clamp them. I think What I'm going to do though, once I get this going, I think I'm just going to go back to the store. I'm going to pick up a bunch, the original lengths that I had of these. I'm going to laminate all those together, and then out of that big sheet, cut the legs at the angle that I need them. And that will probably be a whole lot easier. So yeah, let's get to gluing. So I did it again. I started working and I didn't record any of it. So update. Here is the laminate piece. This is what it looks like. See? Focus. Yes, focus. Just kind of whipped that together real quick. Sanded it down a little bit. Wanted to see what the pattern looked like, what the colors looked like. I don't know. It's okay. Definitely made a huge mistake cutting all of these tiny little pieces up. So I went back to the store. What did I do when I went back to the store? I got longer pieces, and they're going to stay longer until I cut them into lengths. You're being noisy. So I'm going to cut them into lengths, and this length will cover the angle. So as I cut these and then stack them up, these ones I had to offset like so in order to meet that angle, which ended up being a huge pain in the butt. I couldn't glue them up all at the same time, which is why I have this tiny little baby leg. It feels kind of cool. Looks okay. Nothing spectacular. I'm pretty sure it would look a lot different if I had, like, if I shellacked it, finished it, whatever. But concepts, learning. I'm messing stuff up. I'm learning that's what counts. So these, the length of this, sheep from here to here, once stacked up vertically, will cover the complete angle. So I will be able to stack them all up, and they'll be flush, and then I can just cut it. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm getting ready to cut these, and then yeah, I'll be back.